Hi folks, it's Ash from Being SWENGLISH and I'm hiding in a bus shelter in Landskrona, which is a small town just south of Helsingborg and about 40 minutes north of Malmö. It's a very windy day today and I'm just next to the Citadel, which is the central beautiful castle in the middle of Landskrona, where unfortunately an individual called Rasmus Paludan has chosen to use to promote his political causes. Now, he is a Danish politician. I believe he also has Swedish origin and therefore he also has Swedish citizenship and has therefore been allowed into Sweden. There was discussion of him not being allowed entry, but the fact that he has citizenship means that he has. He is touring around Sweden promoting his political agenda, which is in general a hatred of the Islam faith, it seems anyway. Now, I don't know the political details of his beliefs, but he has been touring around several Swedish cities expressing his views, and therefore there have been riots and violence and other issues in a lot of these cities. Now, there are mixed views around this guy and his political crusade. He is not himself committing violence. He is not himself attacking civilians, burning cars, attacking police or ambulances or firemen. It's actually the people turning up to protest against him that are actually inciting this hatred and perpetrating these violent crimes. Just now there are a ton of police cars, a massive police presence actually in the area. I think I counted 8, 9, 10 riot vans there. There are people gathering, there's a crowd, and he is at the moment stood up high on top of a hill on the other side of the water, which is probably not a bad idea really, shouting through a megaphone, and I think he's talking about Muhammad. He is actually speaking Swedish. I can't catch what he's saying because it's not at all clear through the megaphone. But I have real mixed views on this. I think ultimately there are politicians out there, mainstream politicians, who are inciting hatred across the board on many topics, for the elderly, for the disabled, for the homeless, for, you know, even people like me, you know, a British man in Sweden. And they're allowed to air their views and speak freely. We do live in a democratic society which promotes free speech, as long as it's not directly insulting anybody. Sweden is overly politically correct. I mean, you can't even fart here generally without offending somebody. But this guy's views do upset people. Now the problem is, and the reason that he keeps protesting or promoting his causes in this way, is exactly for the reaction that he gets. It's proving his point, sadly. Now, in several of the Swedish cities, he's been demonstrating by perpetrating ways to incite and wind people up, by burning Qurans, for example, or kicking Qurans around, saying things that, you know, are not politically acceptable, but not directly harming anybody physically. The problem is the people that gather and crowd around this guy then start getting violent. They are the people that he's targeting, attacking pedestrians and civilians that are just passing by. They are attacking police, attacking ambulances, attacking firemen. So the frustrating reality of all of this is that if these people didn't come out and appear and cause so much violence and thuggish, horrible, nasty behaviour, then Rasmus Paludan would not keep doing what he's doing. He would disappear. We'd probably never hear from him ever again. But the fact is, by people coming out and doing what they're doing, attacking violently, not just him, but the public services, the public, they're proving his point that there's a cross-section of society that people don't want in Sweden. Now, when I hear this guy talking, I don't feel the urge to throw stones at him. I don't feel the urge to burn a car or hit somebody next to me that's nothing to do with it. I don't feel the urge to attack him or to attack the police who are there to defend us. I just go, well, I don't agree with him, and I carry on with my daily life. That's what the people should be doing, that instead are turning to violence and turning these Swedish cities into bloodbaths and fire pits after this guy visits their city. It's incredibly frustrating, and you know, the press and the media blame Rasmus, but ultimately this guy's just talking. He's not actually physically attacking or assaulting or hurting anybody. And those people that are upset by what he's doing should just be turning a blind eye, acting maturely, acting intelligently. But whenever this kind of activity happens, you get these people responding in a certain way. And sadly, it is a small cross-section of society, but that small cross-section cause a lot of nastiness, a lot of violence, a lot of aggression. And they really need to learn and stop rising to it and just ignore it. He's probably going to be continuing his tour of Sweden. Who knows where he's going next? But wherever he is going, if you're watching this video and you know the type of character that's going to rise to it and go out there and commit these atrocities, talk to them, tell them not to bother, not to rise to it, and to let this guy crawl back under the rock that he crawled out of in the first place. And then hopefully we won't see people like that in the world. It's a very challenging topic. There's no real simple solution here except for people growing up. Let's hope it happens soon. Comment below. Give that subscribe button a click if you enjoy this kind of content, and thanks for watching.